love song. It takes us wherever you want to go. This can be in the past, in the future, or right here, right now, in the present is where I want to be.
Kelowna.
Kelowna. We can go to Kelowna if you want to. I'll see you there in a few verses. That's Listen up, kids. It's not what you think. Stayed out too late. Had a little too much to drink. Walked home across the bridge when the marquee shut down. There's a reason that I love this town. So many reasons. Start somewhere, Joe Plaskett. Start somewhere. Nobody cares how much money you have. If you've got enough to get in a cab, there'll be drinks on the house. If your house burns down, there's a reason that I love this town. I saw your band in the early days. We all understand why you moved away. We'll hold a grudge anyway. Yes, we will. No grudges for this individual, only love. I'll see him in Toronto now and then. I shot the shit with miniature Tim. If he needs a hit, I could write one for him. And we like the same books and we like the same sounds. There's a reason that I love this town. But no, they can't all be Woody Point on a Wednesday. Full house. No, if they treat you wrong, get up on stage in Newfoundland and pay them back in song. I played a show in Kelowna last year. They said, pick it up, Joel. We're dying in here. Picture one hand clapping, now picture half that sound. There's a reason why I hate that town. Yeah, if you saw my band, we were called Thrush Ribbon, in the early days, and you were the pizza club, and you will understand why we moved away. Actually, we decided we would stay, but you held a grudge anyway, because it's fun. And that's why I hold my grudges, because they're fun. Even the Kelowna grudge doesn't come out of nowhere. No, it's based on real fact. It was, in fact, back in the Hermit days, we were touring in a half-size school bus. We went through many vehicles. Our first camper van was called Eddie. It had a little sort of camper top, and that lasted one tour, and then we abandoned it in the back of the El Strato parking lot on Goshen Street before the El Strato burned down and somebody started living in it. And then our next vehicle, we bought a half-size school bus, and our next vehicle we bought off the band Sloan, our friends in the band Sloan. It was a motorhome, and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that vehicle was a certified lemon. And it guzzled gas even when it wasn't moving, and broke down everywhere. But it was like a dressing room on wheels, so it felt pretty good. And then we bought a half-size school bus, and we drove that around the country. And then we bought a second half-size school bus after that one, and we kitted it out with a gear space and all these bunks that we had different names for. Because we built this big gear space, and then we made all these wooden bunks. And there was 5 of us on tour, you see, and we had five bunks, but they were sort of like crammed into the top corners of this school bus. So there was a couple comfortable ones. One was really had no windows or anything, and you'd have to crawl into it. It was called the tomb. And then there one above the tomb was called the upper bowl. And then down on the there was the upper bowl and the lower bowl, and they weren't bad. But then there was a couch that folded out, and if one guy slept on the couch, then that was called the comf. But then there was also a bunk up in the top, in the corner where your face was touching the ceiling of the curve of the school bus, and we called that the shits. Nobody wanted to sleep there. So most of the time, the comf wasn't the comf because 2 guys would want to sleep on the pull-out couch, and at which point it was called the snake pit. So that's the history of the bunks in our school bus. But anyway, it was in that half-size school bus that we pulled into the parking lot of a club called Flashbacks in Kelowna on a Thursday night. In fact, it was the night after Wednesday. So we had a good show on a Wednesday, probably in a place like Woody Point, but just not as beautiful. And anyway, on Thursday, we pulled into the club of Flashbacks. We set up our gear ready to rock this joint in earnest to about 20 or 30 people pinned in the back of the room, not paying any attention and talking through the whole show, which wasn't so bad. We had experienced that before. And the promoter came up to me during a song and she said, "Pick it up, we're dying in here." I remember it vividly. Anyway, we finished our show and we were determined to get our $50 and head for the hotel. And this guy came up to me and he was really enthusiastic. He's a big guy too, and he was like, "Hey man, were you in the band?" And I was like, yeah, I was. He goes, "You fucking sucked." I just thought, "You prick, I'm gonna get you and your town back every night for the next 12 months." I've stayed true to my word. The funny thing is it doesn't end there, you know, it doesn't end there because I was on tour on the La Di Da tour, in fact, that this song is on, and I was on tour with my friend Peter, and I got a call from my agent Tom, and he said, "Hey man, I got a gig for you in BC." I was like, "Oh yeah, where?" He goes, "It's the Big White Ski Resort." I was like, "Where's that?" He goes, "It's just outside Kelowna." And I was like, "Oh, sign me up, let's go." So I got booked into the Big White Ski Resort, because I hadn't been back to Kelowna since I recorded this song, and I thought I'm going to catch some heat. But so we went there, and I thought this could be a tough gig. We were playing in this sort of ski resort, snow, and all these. But the irony of it is, I played this song, and there was like 70 people there, and no one was paying attention. And when I sang the song, no one even noticed when I sang that verse. And at the end, all these really wasted snowboarders put on "Enter Sandman" by Metallica and started slam dancing. So they got me back pretty good. But I guess the moral of this story is that you treat every show like it's the last night of the tour, no matter where you land. Which leads me to this last verse here, which appeared in the Chicken Noodle Soup after an epic tour of Canada, where our bass player Timmy flew home, and me and Dave had to drive ourselves home, and we were so sick. And we pulled into this restaurant, and this appeared in the Chicken Noodle Soup. Davey and me, face down in our soup, in some French restaurant outside Rivière de Loup, the last night of the tour, and we rocked that joint to the ground. And then at Woody Point, everybody opened their mouths and sang it for their hometown. There's a reason that I love this town. Yes! Beautiful! There's a reason that I love this town. Loud and proud! There's a reason that I love this town. One more time! There's a reason that I love this town. Yep! Alright, folks, thanks again. One last quick rock and roll number. We're gonna see you down the road, alright? I'm holding the court with the king of the camp. I'm a working horse and folks keep stand. Let me tune up my guitar and then I'll tune on my amp. Well, it felt so sad when I got off the plane. I don't want to go to New York City again. I'm kissing you goodbye in the pissing rain. You just sing it on this 21st. But if wishful thinking is all I've got, I keep on thinking wishful thoughts, thinking wishful thoughts. Then you sing, I wish you were here, but you're not. That's the end. No, but you're not. They got it now, Pop. It's verse number 2. Well, I feel like a sailor lost on the sea. Yeah, I'm catching a cold, maybe catching a breeze. I'm standing on the prairie looking for trees. Rock and roll's right around me, as tight as a noose. And from the front of the train you can't see the caboose. When you're driving through Newfoundland you watch out for the boots. We saw it yesterday, yeah, but if we wishful thinking it's all I've got, I keep on thinking wishful thoughts, thinking wishful thoughts. I wish you were here, but you're not. They're singing it, they're bringing it, I'm swinging it, but you're not. I had a bell, I've been ringing it, yeah, but you're not. Alright, now that we need men and women singing together, unanimous in song. I was down in Memphis, Tennessee. Doug Easley looked over at me and said, "Hey man, you want people to sing unanimously, man? Don't sing that song in A, man. Sing it in B." Alright, here we go. I got it now. Beautiful harmony, oh, lovely harmony. Put some gas in your tank, put some air in your lungs, 'cause you know that there's a song that's gotta get sung.